This is a Poeartistry Gold Moment by the author James Lynch.
In some comedies, perceptive reader, it makes you laugh to hear the person say, "I will see you in court," or "I want my day in court." Now, I'm expressing this in the beginning because I want you to think about life. And one of the reasons why you don't have to go to any means, uh, whether it's a harsh means or vendettas or what have you, to actually go after somebody that, let me emphasize this, that will cause you to lose your day in court. And in this case, what is your day in court? Where the Bible is very clear that every human being will face some type of judgment, whether good or bad, from guess who? The God in heaven, the ultimate being, the all-powerful being in heaven. That is what is seriously related to all of us. It has also made clear that people who have just passed away ignorance one bit, one way or the other, just didn't know anything about God. See, even they will get their day in court in the future. There will be quite a few people raised up from the dead who didn't bit more know the ways of God at all. And even if they did know it, they still didn't know it. So you just got a lot of persons that's going to be raised up even to get their day in court. And their day in court is not going to just be a literal 24 hours. It's going to be longer than that. But it doesn't mean they're going to walk around in abject fear. You see what I'm saying? Of what the judgment may be, because it's going to actually be along the lines of, guess what? From that point forward, them showing the appreciation that God still freely gave them life again, still freely gave them the chance to start with a clean slate, if you will. You see what I'm saying? Now, there will be a long period of time to show that appreciation. It doesn't mean people won't make mistakes. What it still does mean that, remember I told you, overall, in this imperfect state, we just don't live up to God's standards in different ways, even though we improve every day. And that improvement will eventually bless us to be, guess what? Just as perfect as the angels, if you can imagine that. But we will be perfect in human form. The people who will be living on the earth, which will be in the millions. And then guess what? Eventually the billions. And then guess what? When it start getting in the upper probably trillions, you know where we'll probably go from there. Okay. And we already have the technology that's being worked on, that's being crafted, that then as our brains grow, I just wanted to say this, as our brains continue to be enhanced intellectually, spiritually, understanding these different type of concepts of mathematics, you see, we'll be able to do more with that, even in space travel. All the same, what I just want to share with you today, there are some people that you know right now, even though there may be a misunderstanding as to why they're doing this or doing that. You may even feel like, boy, that person is an enemy to me, or that person is hurting me. See, here's the kicker. You may feel that's what this one person is doing, and all the while, in that person's mind, they're doing something that's still going to even make matters easier for you, even if you're going through a hard time right now. So I want to emphasize, there are some people, and I used to reference a few of my family members, just a few, like my father being one of them, where I just knew no matter everything that he had to manage and deal with in his life, I still always really just felt confident that I knew if I really needed something in this way or that way, he would give it to me and give it to me from his heart. You see what I'm saying? So, all the same, keep in mind when there's misunderstandings with different people or whatever situation, we want to strive not to do things to make it worse, but to actually realize that one day we will still be able to have our day in court. Just meditate on that. And thank you for being on this James Poeartistry moment. Take care.